with a sweet one bliss. Someone flips me a bad body. So it's another one, yeah. It's a full span, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Good evening, welcome to iBoxingHub. I go by the name Biyenge, featuring yours Truly Tre, and our special guest, Mr. Benavidez.
Yes, Jose, big up to you. Thank you so much, for joining us on this special. We've obviously got everyone in the chat getting involved. El Rico, big up to Rico saying let's go, and big up to Ra saying hurry up, the bath water's getting cold. Don't worry, Ra, this is going to be a truly tremendous special. So let me give an introduction to Mr. Jose Benavidez Snr. I know you guys know him as the father of Jose Benavidez Jr. and also David Benavidez, known as El Monstro, but he's also an owner. He's a class instructor as well. And Benavidez Sports, guys, if you're not, following what he's doing, just head over to the description. His socials is going to be in the description as well. And also, if you're in the area, make sure you talk to Benavidez Snr about getting some instructions going on. But other than that, here is Mr. Benavidez. How's it going?
It's going well, man. Thank you so much for the invite. I want to thank all the fans, all the support from you guys. It's really appreciated. Super happy, super blessed, and couldn't be better, man. We had a great last year. We have a new year. It's going great also. So I want to thank God, for the opportunity and allowing me to be part of all this big excitement and fights that are going on.
Yeah, definitely. I 100% agree with you. Like you said, I think it's been a tremendous year for your family, especially for your sons, of course. Your son, obviously, David Benavidez, El Monstro. His old name was actually El Bandera Roja. Hopefully I've pronounced it correctly. Apologies for my mispronunciation. Yes. But then Mike Tyson dubbed him El Monstro, Mexican Monster. So you had a big fight the other day, just this month. It was absolutely massive, a tremendous performance. And you guys came to put on the show. And your son, I'm sure, he made you very proud of his performance. But as a coach in this situation, going into these fights, what is your kind of thinking process behind it, and what's the planning and the things that you have to be aware of when you're getting into these kind of big fights? Because it was a big fight.
Yeah, well, like anything else, we have to put a lot of work into. We got to stay focused and keep studying every day and try to see what are the things that we're doing not so well, and what are the things that we're doing well, and what are the things that we're going to need to do in every fight. Every fighter is different. Every style is different. And especially the Cuban fighters, they have a really, really good amateur pedigree. And, they're very disciplined on technique and all that. Mexican fighters are bulls, they come forward. They come and leave their heart inside. And that's the difference, like I said, so we have to do a lot of study. We have to prepare ourselves mentally, physically, and, with God in your side, everything's possible, So I want to say that we have a team that believes in God 100%. We believe in the energy, the frequencies, the vibrations, and connecting to Earth and getting energized by the sun and the universe, So we have to visualize and all that. I think it's a big part of visualizing, see where you're at, and visualize the fight and how is it going to end up and all that. I think that's a very important key to what we do, and that's what we do. Me and my fighters, we do all that and we practice all that. So I think maybe that's one of the biggest keys in boxing.
Wow, no, that's absolutely powerful. So, Cuz, I think you obviously had a good question for.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask you, how is it in in training camp? That, like, for example, for those who wanna, you know, become a professional boxer, what advice would you give, you know, the upcoming boxers, and how would you describe the method what you guys go through in each training camp? Oh, hello. Is it frozen?
Nope. Yep, I think you still there?
Me, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking to somebody else or something. No, yeah, we're still here.
Oh, yeah. So I just wanted to know that for upcoming boxer, what advice would you give them? Somebody wants to be turned into a professional boxer. What are the key methods, you know, advice you would give a upcoming boxer?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, we could hear you.
Yeah. So yeah, are we waiting for somebody to for a question or?
Oh
No,
no,
it's
me asking you the question. No,
it looks to you.
yeah, no.
Oh
I
yeah,
want to ask
no. Yeah, no. I thought I'd respond what you asked. I don't know if you have any more questions or.
Oh no, I didn't hear you because it froze. No, my question was, you know, what advice would you give an upcoming boxer?
Do you have any more questions or?
Can you hear me?
No,
Hello?
can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Do you have any more questions?
Yes. This is the question that everybody wants to know. In the near future, can you hear me? In the near future, would we ever get to see? Hello?
Oh, you still there? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. Just want to know, in the near future, would we ever get to see Benavidez vs Canelo?
Yeah.
I don't think he can hear you, because maybe leave and come back. I think there's a bit probably of your sound. Yep. Sorry, people, about the miscommunication. Of course, this is obviously a bit of technical issues, but both will be back. Of course, obviously, Mr. Pads, thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, it is probably the issue with the mic, I believe. Yes, El Richo. Big up to El Pinchi as well. Yes. Hopefully the sound's a lot better. Right. Can you hear us better?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Chris, ask the question again.
Yeah,
sorry.
Sure. My question was, what advice would you give an upcoming boxer?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
hear you.
Yeah, you hear me? Yeah. You cut off in the middle. Can you repeat that again?
Sorry. Yeah, what advice would you give a young person who want to turn into a professional boxer?
Well, the best advice that I can give a guy that, you know, starting boxing, you know, it's like anything else, man. You got to do a lot of sacrifices. You got to work hard. You got to stay focused. You got to visualize, and, you know, train, man. Train hard. You know, that's the best thing. And pretty much in everything and whatever you do, you know, you got to love what you do. You got to believe. You got to visualize where you want to be, you know, and anything can be possible once you love what you do. Sky's the limit. You could become the best at what you do.
No, definitely. And that's just powerful advice there, of course. Josie, I just want to run through some of the comments. Everyone's just getting involved. Everyone's excited that you're here. Ra was obviously saying, Senior, I've been arguing with my colleagues that David has now got a better resume at 168 to 175 than Canelo. Will he be in Riyadh to step into to be an undisputed champion? So I'm guessing, would he step in to fight the winner of Bivol and Benavidez?
Well, you know, organizations, promoters, and everybody, you know, they know what they're doing. We're just here to prove ourselves and show the world that we're the best at 175. And we're here to take any challenge from anybody. You know, that's what we do. We always try to fight the best in order to make history. That's our visualization. what we are visualizing is being the best at our weight and make history. So we keep proving ourselves with the fight with David Morrell. I think that David proved himself to be one of the best, and I think that he deserves a chance to face Better Beef and be bold. Even though the WBC, the WBA said that it was a mandatory. At the end of the day, these days, I don't know how that's true. When they say mandatory. So they said the winner of David Benavidez and Morrell will face the winner of B-Ball and Better Beef. We're here. We're going to be at their fights, getting ready to go there. And we're going to show ourselves over there. And that's what we're looking. We're trying to find the big names, the monsters of the division, that is B-Ball and Better Beef. Those are the biggest fighters right now at 175.
No, big up to you, and then big up to everyone that's just involved in the chat. Obviously, Mr. Pads was asking the same question. This is a good question from Ra as well. He's saying, Senior, have you if you ever meet Turkey, can you ask him to do a show at the mighty Azteca? Us English fans need to exercise the ghost of Maradona. So I'm guessing he wants a Riyadh season in your homeland, Mexico. I think that will be tremendous, and your son could easily headline that, in my opinion. And big up
for
to
sure. We're open. We are open to any place, anytime, anybody. We just want to stay active, keep proving ourselves. So the place doesn't really matter. We want to bring excitement, good fights to the people all over the world. So it doesn't matter as long as we have a fight. Whatever the promoters or whoever decide they want to make the fights, we'll go anywhere. We'll love fighting anywhere in the world.
No, big up to you, and big up to Al the Power as well. Thank you so much for the £5 donation. He's saying Canelo wanted to fight Makabu, plus Biyenge came in big, but says David brings £25 more. Now he's fighting Bud, which comes in bigger. It's just one of those things. I just don't know what to say about that Canelo situation, because for me, I'm a massive fan of your son. All of my colleagues know, but at the same time, I do respect what Canelo's done in the sport. But I think the fight with your son is a very dangerous one, and I think he knows that if he's gonna fight your son, it would have to be for a lot of money, let's say, because it's a dangerous fight, man.
Of course, we've proven ourselves. We keep getting better and better and better. So I believe that the fight with Canelo just keeps getting more far because of the performance that David is doing, and he's getting better and better. He didn't want to fight him 3 years ago, and in those 3 years, David has been getting better and better and stronger and better. So I think that fight, like you said, Canelo I don't think he's scared, but he wants to get paid a lot of money in order to get inside the ring with David Benavidez, because he thinks that it's a tough fight, even though we think that it's a tough fight. It's going to be a very complicated fight, but it's a very risky fight for Canelo to take, especially now these days. But we're willing to fight anybody, 168, 175, cruiserweight. So in our mind right now, that's the reason we went up to 175, because Canelo has all those belts hostage. So we wanted to face B-Ball or Better Beef. And if that doesn't happen, we want to face Zurdo Ramirez, also at cruiserweight. So we can fight. In our minds, we want to fight the best of the best. We want to fight Canelo. We want to fight Better Beef, B-Ball, or Zurdo. Those are the fights that make sense right now.
That for me just makes sense as well. And look, big up to our colleague Rico. He's obviously saying, is Canelo Benavidez included in the full fight deal? I'm not too sure if you would know that, but I would love for that to happen, of course. And to keep the donations going.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening there. I don't know what deals they did or whatever, have no idea. But I know that Turkey Al-Hashim, His Majesty, wants to do big fights. So I wouldn't be surprised, that, he's paying all this money, but he wants good fights.
Yeah, definitely for Riyadh seasons. Yes, Cosman, what are you saying?
I just want to, if the opportunity had been presented, Canelo wants to fight Benavidez, would you guys want to fight him at 168 or 175?
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, we're willing to fight at 168, not a problem. That's his weight. That's where he has all his belts, 168, not a problem. But like I said, you know, we're not going to sit around and wait until he wants to fight. We got to stay active. You've seen, you know, we're giving you guys good, exciting fights, and we're going to continue doing that. If it's at 168, 175, or cruiserweight, you know, that those are the three ways that we feel comfortable going up, staying in the middle, or going down.
Yeah, no, that 100% it makes sense. And I actually heard you say on the Boxing Voice that because your son is young, he's very young, he's under 30, he can fluctuate up and down in the weight, so it shouldn't be a problem. And it kind of leads me up to my next question. And big up to Abbas, tuned in as well. He does tremendous work for the channel. He's saying if a title opportunity comes versus Bivol and Beterbiev, or the fight opportunity versus Canelo came to you, which fight would you lean towards more? Would you lean towards a 168 potential unification bout with Canelo, or you looking at the undisputed for Bivol or Beterbiev winner?
Yeah, like going back to your question first, you know, yeah, David's super young. You know, what I told you right now, he's been very dedicated, very disciplined. He knows his body more, and he's taking care of his body, and he knows what to eat, what not to eat, in order to make that step up or make the step down. So he's been getting educated a lot. But like I said, you know, when you're connected to God and the universe and all that, man, you're a different animal. And I believe that, you know, it's a little bit of a sacrifice going down, but not a big problem. You know, we will have to stay a little bit more disciplined, but I'm very confident that David knows his body and we know what to do to get there 100%. You know, he's only 28 years old, you know, so fighting for an undisputed belt or fighting anybody, we're here to fight anybody. Anybody that we're the people's champ. We're here to fight whoever the people want us to fight. We're not here to pick up fighters. We come from nothing. I didn't know nothing about boxing, you know, and that's why anything's possible for whoever wants to be coach, be a boxer, or do whatever they want to do. Anything's possible. I started very late in this, and now I created world champions, you know. So I believe that once you have peace with God and you believe in God and you stay focused and disciplined, anything's possible. So if it presents at 168, definitely will fight tomorrow. If it presents himself to fight at 175, we'll be ready tomorrow. And if that doesn't happen, we're ready to go to 175 and fight for the titles with Sudo Ramirez. So I think we're in a great position to go down, stay in the middle, or go all the way up. I believe that all these fights are very tough fights, very dangerous fights, but we're not afraid to take those big risks. And we're not here to protect our undefeated record. We're here to give you guys good fights. The record sometimes doesn't mean nothing. You know, when you give the people good, exciting fights, they don't care about the record. Look at Manny Pacquiao. How many losses did he have? All the champions had a lot of losses, but they made history because they fought nothing but the best. And that's the route we want to take.
Yeah, that's just, it's so powerful you said that, because like you mentioned, you know, the humble beginnings that you came from to now the position that you are now. It's just the fact that, you know, both your sons are world champions or have been world champions, and the fact that also David holds that title as the youngest WBC champion as well. Just a feat like that. It just shows the kind of character where you guys come from. And look, I'm a firm believer of God as well. Once the stars are aligned, I think everything's possible. And I think that Benavidez, both your sons, I think they're ready for big fights, especially David, of course. I think David can, you know, can reach the heights that I expect him to, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and another big thing, you know, like if anybody wants to become a trainer or a boxer, look at me. I didn't know nothing, right? So my first champion was Dijan Slaticinin from Montenegro. He was the first WBC world champion that I made. You know, then came Jose Benavidez Jr., then David Benavidez, then El Rayo Valenzuela, And now we
Yes.
have Diego Pacheco, like #1 ranked, ready to fight for a world title. So that's what I'm saying. Once you stay focused, there are a lot of distractions up there. So many distractions. I want to party. I like drinking. I like going out. I like having a good time. But in this business, you got to stay focused. You got to stay on your A game every day in order to achieve those goals, and stay focused, and work very hard, and I done that, and I shown that, and I proved that it could be done, I had to prove myself, but I prove it to the people now. And in one day, I want my story to be a motivation for other people, that anything that you want in life, it could be possible. If you're breathing, if you're healthy, nothing can stop you.
150 million%, and big up to you, honestly. Your story is just powerful. Out the Pal, thank you so much for another donation. We appreciate you. He's saying Canelo don't want to pass the torch down so he can lose to 2 European Asians. I don't know what he means by that, but whatever. He still be the man for Mexicans, and David beats them and takes the fans away. I agree with exactly with what he's saying. And Ra is saying, what do you make of Gerdo? Showed a lot of skills against our own Willem Smith. Yeah, would you make of Gerdo Ramirez?
Ramirez.
Yes.
Who did you talk about? Zurdo Ramirez. Oh yeah, he's a great fighter. He's a
Shooter.
great friend. Big shout out to him. We actually, it's so funny because when he won his first title, if you look in there, I'm there working his corner. So I was there for his first title when he became a world champion. We were working together, and David was sparring with them. I was working with the Saparis at that time, and that was amazing. It was unbelievable. We spar a lot of times. He's a great friend. It will be an honor, to fight a great friend and a great person and a guy that has a lot of skills. He was a world champion at 168. Now he's a world champion at 175. And but like I say, nothing personal, nothing like that. It will be an honor, to fight one of the best fighters at 175, a cruiserweight.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because what you saying, this is just powerful right now.
Bivol vs Bertabiv. How do you see that one going? Repeat or revenge?
Well, we don't know yet. To be honest with you, the last fight, both of them tried to do, both wanted to win. Both wanted to knock each other out. But the fight was super close. To be honest with you, there was no action. Like when I say action, is like, whoa, somebody got hurt, or somebody got hit with a big punch. There was it was a very competitive, hard fight for both of them. Both of them cannot do what they wanted to do, so it was very close. In my decision, I think a draw would have been good. In my opinion, I would give it to Bivol by 1 point because he did throw a little bit more punches. In my opinion, I think Bivol won that fight. I was very surprised. A rematch would have been good, but I think it's going to be the same thing. It's the styles make fights. I think Bivol was moving a lot. I think Bivol's going to move a lot again, and it's going to be kind of the same now. If you put David Benavidez with Bivol, you're going to have an action pack. If you put David Benavidez against Benavidez, you're going to have an action pack because Benavidez and David are going to fucking come and go to war. And David is going to, with Bivol, David's going to come and put that pressure, and it's going to make him fight. Those styles are very good for David, because David is an exciting fighter. He doesn't go back. He doesn't box. He comes forward and gives the people what they want.
No, definitely. I agree with your analysis for sure. I think it was a tough fight between both fighters, but ultimately, I think your son gives them, a good challenge just because of his style. He comes forward, he's strong, he's brave, he's fearless, and he's young, man. He's a young lion that wants that title for sure. Big up to El Pinchy in the chat as well. El Pinchy saying, Mr. Benavidez, I'm from Los Angeles, massive fan of Diego Pacheco. I think he's ready for a title shot. What might be next for the Diego Pacheco?
Yeah, you know, he looked spectacular against Steven Nelson, and that gives him the ticket, you know, gives him the opportunity to ask for a world title, an eliminator, or something, you know. So we're looking at the best fighters. You know, of course, we want to fight Berlanga. Berlanga does not want to know nothing about Diego. We want to fight Munguia. He doesn't want to know nothing about Diego.
Yeah.
So I mean, well, and Billy, we sent a letter to fight for the eliminator, and he said that no, he didn't want to fight. That's why we fought Steven Nelson. So we are trying, you know. So now the other fighters that I think that will be a good fight for Diego right now at this point, I think the best fighter in at 168, one of the best. I will give it to Canelo right now, but I think the next fighter that will be a great fight will be Caleb Plant. You know, that would be a great fight for Diego Pacheco. Caleb Plant, or I mean, other than that, you know, and Billy Skull, you know, whoever, we're ready for Caleb Plant, Skull, and Billy, Berlanga, or Munguia.
Oh no, I absolutely love that for you. And big up Al the Power who's saying make more Mexican Monster shirts. Make sure you go into the description. We've got the website for Benavidez Sports, so you can buy the merchandise on there as well. A great question from El Rico. He's obviously saying, what's your opinion on Anthony Yard and Buatsi as future opponents, because they're in the same division as David now at 175, so it'd be good to kind of get.
I think that's a great fight for sure. That's a great fight. Anthony Jard, you know, has proven himself. He's a good fighter, another dangerous fighter. You know, that's a great possibility, a big possibility. Like I said, you know, right now the names that are up there, the dangerous fighters, the fighters that people want to see is Be Bold, Better Beef, and Zurdo. But Yard, well, I will put him in the list also. We're there. We're there. We're ready to go. We're ready to make these fights happen. But I would, like I said, I would in my category, I would say Better Beef, Be Bold, Zurdo, and Anthony Yard. You know, I think if we were to, but if we can fight Anthony Yard next, you know, not a problem. But I would love to get with the big fights. You know.
No, definitely. And look, it makes sense with what you're saying as well. I think, like, if you're going down the order of priority and importance, it does make sense. But I'm hoping if that fight does happen, please, we would love you guys, you know, here in the UK. You know, you've got a big fan base here, of course. Everyone's a big fan of your son, of course. And I'm sure you'll bring the Mexican crowd here, of course, man. But I think he's going to join us in a second, cuz, man. But yeah, what you saying, man? What you saying, cuz?
No, it's just interesting just to see who's going to win the rematch and who Benavidez will fight next. Like I said before, I think Biv will won the last fight. You can just tell by the body language.
Yeah.
Of Bertabiv. I think Bertabiv knew that he didn't win that fight, but again, you know, he was coming back. He was coming out from an injury, so. Yep. The rematch, you know, made the best man win.
Definitely. Yes, we got you. You're back, Jose.
That's good.
Yes. Like, even Raz getting involved in the chat as well. Would love David to fight over here in the UK. We get packed arenas. I'm sure from watching it on TV. I wanted to ask you, from your perspective, watching a UK fight from where you are. I think you're based in obviously Seattle right now. How do you feel the atmosphere, the vibe of what we bring, our fan base? Like, what's your? I wanted to get your take on your views on that.
Well, man, you know, beautiful. Everything here is beautiful. Seattle's beautiful. I love the UK. I would love to fight in the UK. You know, for our UK people, that would be great. That would be a dream come true. You know. Fight in other countries, you know, be international. You know, we just want to fight. We just want to make people happy. You know, we want to bring excitement to every country and give the fans what they want, because they work so hard, you know, to buy a ticket and all that. So I think that would be great. That would be great, and they're not going to be sorry. So let's keep praying, and hopefully we can go to all these places. But the UK would be a great place to come and fight.
Yeah, that would be absolutely massive. So, cuz I think you was just gonna ask Josie something just for the connection level.
Just gonna say, in the boxing industry now, I mean, what are the fights that, as a fan, you would like to see?
I'm very upset with a lot of things that are happening now these days. With the Instagram fighters, social media fighters. They don't want to lose their undefeated records. They want to win. They want guarantee wins. Um, but back in the old days, I mean, everybody fought everybody. Everybody that got to number one, it was mandatory. Now politics and all that, it's all about abuse, all about money, all about, I don't know, man. To be honest, let's give the fans what they want. Let's give them exciting fights. Let's give them dangerous fights. Fights that you can't wait. You're counting the weeks. You got 4 weeks. You got 3 weeks. You got 2 weeks. Week,
Yeah,
5 week.
yeah,
And
yeah.
those are the and that's what we want to bring back to boxing. We're real. The beef is real. We can be friends now. I love Truly Ramirez. He's my good friend. But you know what? If we are to make a fight, I'm gonna get in his head because I want to beat him. So anything in war, everything is good. So after the fight, I will shake his hand and say I'm sorry or whatever. But once you sign a fight, the war is on. And I'm gonna test your brain. I'm gonna test your temper. So I mean, there's so many little things that you can do leading to the fight in order to get a little bit of advantage and make your other opponent a little insecure. Whatever. So it's gonna be exciting because people like drama too. So why not entertain them from the beginning to the end?
Yeah, definitely. And Alder Powell, big up to Alder Powell for just joining in and just getting involved in the discussion. That he's saying that David is one of the few that is fighting the best. I agree with him. I agree with definitely. Canelo and Skull will get streamed, even if I watched that fight early. But I will continue to buy David Benavidez's fights, and that's the same for me as well. Like the last event, big up to Benavidez and Morel as well, just for the whole of the build up, the excitement. I liked just everything. It seemed the fight was personal and it was entertaining as well, especially watching the build ups as well. And, watching the way PBC do the sort of the gloves are off kind of thing, where he gave you the documentary of, the background stuff. And I actually watched one of your previous ones and it was touching when you was kind of talking about, when you was younger, it was quite difficult in terms of the relationship with your sons, and now just seeing you guys all together, as a team. So when one's fighting, you're seeing the whole team together. It's just beautiful. And now you've got the third generation in your grandson. I think he's gonna be a fighter as well. I have a feeling, just seeing him, the way he's moving and everything, it's in his blood. So he could be the next one up.
Yeah, no, I believe when you're born in a gym and you see your father and everybody's doing the same, it's just a muscle memory, and it's something that is there. What else are you gonna do? And so I think the discipline. Also, he trains, he runs, he does a lot of exercises, and for him, I don't have to push him. He already understands it's a discipline, it's a routine, it's something that he has to do. So I think he's going to be a great champion because he's ahead of his years when David was little. So now the next generation is getting better, I believe. So I don't know if the motivation of the father or what it is, or maybe he already has it inside. I have no idea, but it's there. And like I said, I want to thank God. Going back to your question, the to get here was not easy. There was a lot of tears, a lot of sacrifices. So many times I wanted not to do this anymore. I wanted to quit because it was so difficult and so hard, and a lot of stress and frustrations. And I remember so many times, you know, just crying like a little baby, you know. I couldn't do this no more because there's problems with, you know, the hardest thing is to train your own kid, your own sons. That's the hardest thing to do in the world. And then when money comes, that's another big problem. And negotiation, that's another big problem. So thank God I was strong. God gave me the strength and staying positive and now, you know, look where we at, you know. But I was so many times I was willing to throw the towel, and I didn't want to do this anymore because it was too difficult, too hard, too complicated, you know. And now I grew out of that. I learned from all that. Now everything's easier, and my patience and everything. You know, when you have a fighter like David Benavidez, it just keeps getting better and better and better. Now, you know, it's we have a great balance. You know, when you don't have a good balance and people don't know you, there's really nothing you can do. Now I believe that David's loved by all the fans all over the world because of his style, and he's proven himself. So we're going to continue giving you guys, if that worked for him, we're going to continue giving you guys great fights because we love this, and I really want him to make history and, you know, leave a stamp in the world, Benavidez. And the only way to do that is by fighting the dangerous fights and giving people opportunities, that people that deserve the opportunities.
Definitely agree. And big up to Daniel H, who's just tuned in. Thank you so much. He's saying Canelo is scared of losing to Benavidez. And look, just going back to what you're saying about, you know, the struggles and how difficult it is, that's just a testament of how tremendous your journey in boxing has been. Just the fact that you're dealing with that, as well as running the gym, the community work that you're doing as well, the being a class instructor as well, just all of these things. How are you able to kind of manage, you know, just all these things?
Yeah. Well, that's super, like I said, it's super hard. You know, you have a career, you have your sons, then I have my family at home, my wife and my daughter, that I gotta leave for 6-7 months, you know, and it's a choice. It's like, what do you do? Do you stay with your family, or you go with boxing? You know, and at the end of the day, nobody's happy. You know, if you're over here, the other one's not happy, and if you're over here, you know, it's just so difficult. But I want to thank, you know, my sons for sticking together and maturing. Now that they have kids, now they understand. And my wife for being patient and understand. And now, look, I told her, look where you're at now. We have a better life, and my daughter has a better life. We can put her in school, and she can become whatever she wants to become. But before, I couldn't guarantee that. You know, how am I going to pay for her education? You know, at the end of the day, that sacrifice was worth it. But we were very close. I'll tell you right now, very close to breaking up with my sons, very close to breaking up with my daughter, and my wife. You know, and I was very close to losing everything because I had no guidance. I had no plan. I was lost, you know, and it was just too much I was in the middle, and, you know, it was very complicated, very hard, but thank God, you know, he guided me and gave me the power and the strength to overcome all that. And, you know, like people say, I never understood, you know, diamonds are made by pressure. And that's what it is with anything else, you know. You have to have that pressure. And when you go through all that, you know, you go to another different world, and now you know how to decide, and you know how to make decisions now.
Wow, yes. You know what? It's a true blessing just on the Sunday that you're giving us an inspirational story, because your story inspires us to, you know, do the best we can, and just know that you've struggled, you've gone through your trials and tribulations, and now look at yourself. You know, you're running a successful business. You have a great team. Your sons are thriving. You're in a good place spiritually as well. So honestly, it's just great to see. And look, I've been a big fan of your work for such a long time, and I'm just happy that we've been able to, get you on the show, of course. And big up to Angry White Man Boxing Podcast, who says salutations to you as well. And everyone's just getting involved in the chat. So big up.
Yeah, well, like I tell people, man, keep working hard, work hard, work hard. I'm gonna tell you a little secret that I never told nobody.
Ooh.
In my mind, I visualize having a camp house. A house where I can put fighters in a gym that's all private. And just get fighters from all over the world and work with them, because that's what I love to do. And I never lost that dream or that vision. And I tell you right now, where I'm calling you from is done. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of what I created here, and that's no money can buy. I don't care about the money, the belts. I just wanted something to have a private gym and a private property, so I can bring those. So I don't know if you can see that right there.
Yeah,
That's the gym right there.
What? That's your gym? Wow.
Can you get?
Yeah. We can see it. Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. Yeah. That's tremendous.
Yeah, I think I'm losing, but see, that's the gym right there.
Wow.
Look at all these statues.
That is tremendous. That is absolutely tremendous. Wow.
See, and this is the house, like I said, what I was dreaming of putting, fighters in here,
Yeah, similar to Custom Model had something similar like that.
Around. Nobody can disturb you.
Yeah.
Peaceful.
That is powerful. That is absolutely.
Yeah, I saw Custom Model training Mike Tyson. That's where my idea started. One day, hopefully, I can have a camp where I can bring all over the world, people from all over the world. And it happened. That if you visualize and put your mind into it, it's gonna happen. So, this is what I have. This is my dream thing, and we made it happen. So. I'm super blessed, super thankful to God, and thanks to my sons and my fighters that made this happen.
Yeah, no.
So
honestly,
that's why I'm so thankful.
Yeah, honestly, big up to you. Just seeing that has just been a true inspiration. And when you showed me that as well,
and you guys are the only ones that seen this. Nobody knows about this.
Wow. I know you gave us a big exclusive. Big up to you. No, honestly, you're a legend. You're a legend. And just seeing that just made me think of Custom Model. What he had, with his fighters, including Mike Tyson, growing up. You had the sanctuary, you had obviously the gym where they trained at as well. So I see the vision. I see what you're trying to do.
It was away from everybody. Just to let you guys know. That's exactly, that's when my idea came, when I saw Custom Model walking with Mike Tyson. I visualized myself walking with my fighters. There's so much property here, walking with them. You need to talk to them. You need to put them in place. You need to feed those dreams, and all that, But that's where the idea started. So here in this house, I have a gym. It's a 2-story gym. I have rooms upstairs, and they can stay. I have the gym, weights, sauna, steam room, cold plunge, and all that. I also have a place where I have a hyperbaric chamber for high altitude. And I also have guys that come here and do vitamins and all that, what people need. And what we do when we start a fight, like a good fight, we take the blood out and see what foods they're allergic to, what vitamins are they low in. Does it make sense? So I've been learning a lot, and I'm very dedicated to what I'm doing. So I built all this. I have all this here. You don't have to go nowhere. We have the doctors here. We have everybody that comes here. And here is just to stay focused and visualize and go win fights.
Wow, that's Cuz that's absolutely powerful. I know you got 1,001 things to
No,
say.
I've only got literally one thing to say. It's just really, you know, your testimony has inspired me. You know, hard work pays off, and you know, I can just encourage everyone watching this and listening to Mr. Benavidez. You know, stay focused, believe in God, and you know, things will come into reality.
You know what? And one more important thing in my life of what I think is very important. Age does not matter. You know, you can accomplish whatever you want to do. You know, you start today, you stay focused, and I'll guarantee you, first month is going to be hard. The second month is going to be harder. The third month is going to be even more harder.
Yeah.
But after that, you know, everything's going to start getting better and better, very, very slow, better and better and better. You'll have your fallbacks, but then you'll regroup and you keep going and you learn. And you know, all the mistakes that I made, I learned from my mistakes, you know, and like I said, never give up. There's going to be so many times that you want to give up, and it's normal, but you go down like a fighter, you get up and you keep going, and you're going to get to your goals and your dreams.
I respect that.
No, big up to you, and big up to you. I can't even pronounce it. You need help. He's saying, keep doing your thing. Love from Seattle, coach. Rico's saying, big up, sir. Inspirational. Big up to you. And Alda Powers is saying, damn, you came a long way. And El Pinchy saying, top level technology. And Daniel's also saying, Ryan, Robert Garcia has a similar gym as well in his property house as well. So you guys right now are, you know, trailblazers for the next generation. That's why I said that your grandson, in fact, he's in a blessed position because, you know, he doesn't know the graphs of what you've gone through to get to this point, and it's a blessing and it's great to see. It's so inspirational.
I'll tell you right now, you know, a lot of people have no idea how much I had to pay of hard work, tears, blood, in order to make what I showed you now. But listen, the hardest thing was to have it. Now I want this, and I'm already visualizing, and I believe in it so hard that Benavidez boxing camp is going to be big all over the world, you know, because I have everything that people need here, and to come and get ready for the fights. And I'm going to work very hard to take it to the next level. Like I say, you know, not easy, but it's going to happen. You know, pretty soon you're going to be hearing about the Benavidez camp, where all the fighters all over the world are coming. And I already have a lot of fighters here. That's why I did it also, because I have Julio Porras from Mexico, Omar Salcido from Mexico. I have Daniel Blancas from Milwaukee. I have the sister Tejas from Texas. I have Yala from Texas. I have Houston, Texas. I have what I forgot, Jeremy, and also Jacob from Texas. And then I have Diego Pacheco from LA. Yep. So I have people already from all over the United States here with us. And my plan now is to bring people from other countries. Maybe we can bring some people from the UK.
Definitely. And now that we spoke about obviously the UK, Rico, he said he's had a conversation with Tunde Ajaya, and he's saying that Yard wants Will to smoke. So respectfully, I do like Yard, but Benavidez for me would do the job, man. But David's also
like I said,
saying
we're the people champ. We're here to give the people what they want, no matter what. We believe in the people, and we want to have their hearts, and we're warriors. We're fighters for the people, and we'll give the people what they want to see, you know?
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why, you know, your sons have been one of my favorite fighters, especially David. My colleagues know best. I keep praising his name. El Monstro is his time. and I'm just hoping that he gets the opportunities that he deserves, especially yourself as well, because of all the hard work now that we know that you do in the back end. I just want you guys to just be blessed constantly, because you're good people,
sure.
family men, and I respect the hustle, I respect the grind, and I just want nothing but the best for you and the rest of the family. And also give David our regards as well. It would be an absolute pleasure to have him on the show as well. The UK community loves him. We love him. I'm a big fan of his, so it'll be an honor to get him on the show one day.
I'll let him know. He's supposed to be traveling from Miami to Seattle today, so I will let him know. And definitely, I'll try to bring him with you guys.
Oh, love that, man. No, big up. Cuz, do you have any sort of last few questions? Because I know, it's Sunday. I know, Josie's got a lot of things to do with the family and stuff like that, man.
No, just thank you again, for giving us your time.
Thank you. It's an honor, man. I like you guys. Otherwise, I wouldn't be showing you what I showed you and told you. You guys have the exclusive.
Thank you.
No, big up to you. Thank you for giving us the exclusive. But it's more for the community, for everyone that's tuned in. They got the exclusive. So no, big up to you. And once again, people, we've got it in the description. But head over to the description, www.benavidezsports.com. You can get the merch. You can also get your high performance stuff is also on there as well. I believe you've got high performance products in there for some of the fighters, or
anyone. We have a little bit of everything: vitamins, nutrition stuff. A little bit of what we learn in the business, and we have a little bit of everything.
Little bit of everything, and that is pretty much being said. So, people, hopefully you enjoyed a true special. We wanted to deliver a special for you guys. I don't think people know the struggles it actually took, to get you on. We've been speaking for like over a year. We understand you're busy and you're busy, running your businesses, etc. But we appreciate and honor, you just joining.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to all the fans. Thank you to you guys. I hope you guys keep inviting me. It's an honor being here with you guys.
Anytime. Anytime you want to come on.
All right, brother. Thank you, guys. You have a wonderful day.
No, God bless you. God bless you. Yes. Cuz, look at that. So we have done a truly tremendous special for the people. Sorry we couldn't get involved with all of the discussions, of course. There were some connection issues, of course, but Jose Benavidez Snr has given us obviously exclusive into the back end stuff that he does. Not only is he a boxing coach, but you've seen that he deals with so many other different things. His gym, he's got plans to obviously create this boxers camp. And I pray that, God blesses him so that he's able to, deliver what he's visually dreaming about. So, no, big up to him and big up to everyone that's tuned in. Alder Powers obviously made a few donations as well. Big up to you. Thank you so much for that. And Cuz, what can we say? That's a nice little build-up for next week, isn't it, man?
Of course. It's just
last crescendo.
I hope we get a winner. I don't want it to be a draw. If it's a draw, then it's just like, what happens then? Do you know what I mean? If it's a draw, right? What are we gonna see, a trilogy, or is that it?
Yeah, boy. I think we'll probably see the trilogy, man. If it's a draw, man. If I'm honest with you, man. This is my first time found your. Now, big up to Alder Powell. He said this was his first time, joining us. Now, big up to you. We appreciate you, and hopefully, you can join us on many more shows. We want to deliver content that's truly tremendous, and it's from fans, by fans as well, and it's for the fans. So just always remember that, Alder Powell.
Yeah, man. Well, guys, this is it, man. It's a late one. Apologies. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for keep supporting. Please keep supporting. Also subscribe to our channel. We've got another guest on Wednesday.
I forgot. Yeah, we'll keep that quiet until a day before, until we announce it. But The idea, people, is just to deliver, you know, this content for you guys so that, you know, you could relax, you know, have fun, get involved in the chat as well. And most importantly, we want to treat you guys, the community, just for supporting us, because without your support, without the subs, without, you know, the recommendations, the sharing, the likes, you know, we won't be where we are. And big up to Eric as well. Great interview. Get Junaid Boston on here. I've been telling all my guys in America about him. Shout to you, brothers. I'm subscribed. Now, big up to you, Eric, as well. We appreciate you. And will Benavidez fight the winner? Yeah, so if you watch this show straight after it's done, Jose did obviously mention everything about Benavidez and Bivol, so just, you know, go back to the show, man. But because before we actually wrap up, of course, we didn't even hear a word from our sponsors, D-Rock. So here's a word. Yes, people. D-Rock in association with iBoxingHub. So, guys, just take advantage of the discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, and you get 40% off everything. Just head over to the description. D-Rock's website is on there. Have a browse through. If you like anything, just go into the website. And also, make sure you follow my tremendous host. His socials is on the description as well. He does a lot of skits with his family, with his wife and his kids. So guys, just make sure you're following Chris as well. And make sure, people, just as a quick reminder as well, make sure you head over to BenavidezSports.com. If there's any merch that you like from the website, make sure you go and support what these guys are doing, man, because you've heard the story, you've heard the vision. And I just want, you know, the Benavidez family to be successful in whatever they do, and God bless them, man. Boosh.
Guys, thank you again. Have a lovely, productive week, and we shall see you on Wednesday. Peace and love.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I thought my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me a back, but yeah. So, it's another